So, let's raise a toast to this beautiful country. You know, before the start of the video, it's a normal...
Absolutely.
This is Switzerland, the country of crystal clear lakes, the country of mountain ranges, hills, waterfalls, green alpine meadows, perfect cows, delightful milk, and shameless tourists who come to drink it, stomp the grass and stick their cameras everywhere. So, let's raise a toast to this beautiful country. You know, before the start of the video, it's normal to show you a trailer and tell what to expect from this big episode, share my general impressions of the country in an excessively emotional tone, but it's Switzerland. You don't even need any words here, just a bunch of landscape shots and everything gets clear.
Guys, what I want to do this Friday, you know, I just want to share with you guys. This is not for like us in the diaspora, right? But really why I want to show you guys, this is Switzerland. This is for my brother and sister and back home in Sierra Leone. You know, so welcome everybody, by the way. Thank you guys for joining me. But really what I want to do is my vision. Sometimes we can talk and talk and talk, but if we're not trying to break things down to people, they will not understand. But this is what I envision a Sierra Leone that, you know, Sierra Leone should be. I mean, now this, we are Sidoma, I didn't have social media. These are the things that I think about, which is why I want to create this picture, especially for our brothers and sisters back home. Switzerland, of course, is in Europe. Switzerland is a population of about 8 million. So it's almost about the same size of Sierra Leone. So what I want to really do for my brothers and sisters back home is for them to see what some of us they envisage, waiting now with vision, waiting with the see, waiting with the think about, waiting we hope Sierra Leone for be. That is the fundamental thing, and that is why I want to show this video. So we're all going to watch this video together because I want to show Switzerland with all the challenges that they have infrastructurally. The country is full of mountains and all of that stuff. But still, these people able to make a living in life for themselves, for their citizens, for thrive. So I'm going to go through this in just little segments here and there. I really did not want to do a live today. I'm like, you know, just chill. But I'm like, what a better way? What's the best way I can do this? It's Friday anyways. I might as well just come here and, you know, show this. I just want to share this with my brothers and sisters out there. I want you guys to see this beauty and let we all share this together. So let's watch this together, guys. Let's watch this together.
Alright, Switzerland. World famous for its Alps, the best watches and most trusted banks. The air here is pristine, the tap water is basically
guys, you know, when you look at stuff like this, it's might no better pass we black people. You know, I listened to this lady called Dr. Arikana. She's always touting this African thing. Oh, who's Joe Biden to tell us to come and, you know, African leaders to go and meet him in America, blah, 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 blah. We have not built ourselves to that much. We not do anything else for instill that much confidence, you know, and let we even have a stake at the table for Joe Biden for come and can work and can meet each African president. No, but they've not built themselves to that point. Look at what is happening across our African countries there. But listen to this. This is Switzerland. For my brothers and sisters back home in Sierra Leone, not for us really in the diaspora, right? This is not strange. But I want them people to see. And I don't even take America. The reason why I'm taking Switzerland is Switzerland has a population of 8 million. Let's watch this together, guys. I want them to see stuff like this.
And the views are to die for, which is what some celebrities actually did after spending their best years here. Here, Dostoevsky wrote his novel Idiot. Leo Tolstoy finished his short story Lucerne. Not sure though. It has 4 official languages, 450 varieties of cheese, a flag that's square and not rectangular, and one of the most stable economies in the world. I think Switzerland is an almost perfect country. Just almost, because ideal country don't exist, but Switzerland is as close as it gets. Whether it's true or not, let's find out today.
This is remarkable, guys. I want you guys to see this. My brother and sister in that song, matter of fact, I do create there. Although I have viewers in Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, all those places. But this is what I'm talking about. Look this kind of look this development. 8 million people like this country in Switzerland and Europe. They don't get diamond, they don't get gold, they don't get bauxite, they don't get rutile, they don't get iron ore. Waiting and get now them people. They respect themselves. Decency, no corruption, stop the thievery, right? Give back to the people what they deserve. Now they get to. They're not getting that pass way. 8 million people in Switzerland. This Nadentia make Adina social media. Nadentia they make a camp sit on here for talk to her. Because I want you guys to see stuff like this. Let's watch this together.
Speaking of emotions, the first thing you feel right after setting foot in Switzerland is unbearable tranquility.
I mean, we all know what tranquility is mean, right? Tranquility is just the peace, the quiet. We can then consider clean, decent. That now wants the salon, and it go happen. But it's going to take us as a people coming together. Let we left the idiocy. You know, that, again, let's imbibe section 13b of the Constitution. Every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism. We as the citizens, them, we for left for support politicians and foolishness. That the only way we can reach to this level. Let's watch together, guys. Look at this beauty.
Throughout all 9 days of my trip across Switzerland, I felt like I was at one of the calmest places on earth. And those aren't the Faroe Islands with a population of 50,000. Switzerland has a population of 8.5 million people. And the
population of 8.5 million people. Sierra Leone is almost 8 million. Till this day, over 90% of the population are living in abject poverty. With all our mineral resources, all our marine resources. You know, I mean, I just don't get it, guys. Now, for my brother and sister in Eastern Salon, I want to see this. Switzerland, 8 million people. This guy do a documentary where they travel across the country. I want to see what they talk for. You know, because they say, until, for a lot of our brothers, they've never experienced what good life sounds like, what good life feels like. So they don't know what they talk. They feel say no more. We're in competition. We're not in competition. I'm not in competition with none of you guys. Just because I find myself in a position today where I live a better life than una, not mean say a better person. No. I believe say una for live this kind of a life. When I listen to this, now listen.
They live a normal life. Still, this place is extremely calm.
Let's listen to this, guys.
Of 8.5 million people, and they live a normal life. Still, this place is extremely calm.
Extremely calm. Look. By the lakeside.
At first, I thought it was because I mainly visited villages where life tends to flow slowly. But when I visited some big cities, it turned out to be the same.
So, what's what they talk about? All the time when they talk about villages and big cities there. If you did in a small village, it is a life they go easy, everybody calm. But Salon people them all day Africa, with people in the torment, they think of waiting for eat, how for go hospital, waiting for drink, how they go drink clean water. All day with people they tussle, they pain.
This is pure magic. Switzerland makes you instantly feel around 20 years older. So even if you're 25, you wouldn't want to rush somewhere or do extreme sports. You just want to sit on a bench, which are practically everywhere, and spend the whole day like this. Now I understand why so many celebrities and ordinary people come to Switzerland for retirement. This country is just made for relaxation and peace of your mind. You just want to sit down, gaze at this beautiful valley, and take in the view.
This is how they talk. Look at the beauty of the place. Look how challenging the environment is. But still. And thank you to Awa. That's very perfect what she's saying here. That's on point. Let me see which Awa they right there. Why is saying hello, a future preso? Ask not what your country has done for you. Ask what you have done for your country. Ibrahim has done so many things. Thank you, Awa. But guys, I'm just showing you these. I want to see them this for my brother and sister in Africa. I'm gonna share this to them. They will small with brother where they on social media. They fed for politicians and this and that. Let them see what's in the miss. The kind of life where I want for them, where we want for them for live. Look at this beauty. Sierra Leone is one of the most beautiful countries in terms of topography, beautiful weather. Nobody not get nothing for tell Sierra Leone people. When it comes to nice weather, we get some we for cultivate, we land, we look green like this, beautiful, maintainer. Look at oh, watch together. This is remarkable, guys.
There is a simple reason why all those things are like that. Switzerland has second highest wages in the world. The average salary is $62,283.
The average salary in Switzerland is $62,000. Average salary. I want you guys to think about this number. Like when my brother Cashbox can talk. The average Sierra Leonean will not get nothing to do with government, has never gotten, just grew up in a village somewhere. From the day they were born till the day they die, they will not make more than $20,000. And that's even overstatement. That's even an overstatement. The average salary in Switzerland as of 2017, where this guy do this video, was $62,000. $62,000 are the average salary. They will tell you, not compare it to what will they go? Why will not for compare them? 8 million people. Why will not for compare them? They don't get gold, they don't get diamond, they don't get bauxite, they don't get rutile, they don't get iron ore, they don't get nothing. What they get that they safe. They protect themselves. They allow the people to participate in democracy. Think about that. Tif no day. Nobody no gently pass nobody. Politicians, they work free how they want because everybody is equal. Now watch.
Don't whip out your calculator, that's more than $5,100 per month.
So the average Switzerland person, they make $5,000 a month. Average. Then they even pass America if we so would in there. There are lots of folks in America who know they make $2,000 a month. Yeah. Average in Switzerland, they make $5,000. $5,000 in Sierra Leone like it today. It's over 100 million euros. That is the life for one for people in that country today. Now go. Listen.
To better understand this amount, let's see how much gas you can buy for an average monthly wage in some European countries. You can buy around 230 liters in Moldova and Ukraine, 650 liters in Belarus, almost 3 times more, 1600 liters in Germany, 2100 liters in Norway, and an entire 3,240 liters in tiny Switzerland, which is enough to open a small logistics company. The Swiss economy is doing great, although just money wouldn't be enough to feel comfortable here, as security plays a big role as well. Switzerland managed to excel here too. It's one of the most neutral countries in the world by successfully distancing itself from any geopolitical alliances. Let's take a look at the map of Europe.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of Switzerland, right? Where, it's one of the countries that were never involved by any war. For almost years now, they've never gotten involved in any war. I want to see anything there, my brother and sister back home. Not to say what the kind of social media for talk to una, for educate una, sensitize una. It's love for country. This is what we want to see. Like today, people like us, why for a lot of our brothers not even want for left Sierra Leone to come outside, to be honest with you. All we have to do is give them these. How we go do them? Now, when the opposition are serious, the government of the day, they are serious. They have the interest of the people. The people themselves get their own interest. The people decide for stand up and, say enough is enough. Stop supporting these politicians for corruption. Because go give you small thing, you get buried and go give you small thing and give you one bag grace where you person die. That's all. Hey, me picking out well, you and give you 10,000 years, go buy Panadol. That's all. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way, guys. I strongly believe in that. It shouldn't be that way. Let's continue this video.
Europe managed to stay away from wars for 200 years. The country's landscape plays a significant role in this too. It's protected by the Alps from the south and the Jura Mountains from the north, while most of the population lives on a small plateau in the middle. Yeah, Switzerland is like a hot dog squeezed into mountains, which act like a bun. And it's not the easiest country to invade. Their defense strategy relies on an enemy opening the map, taking a look at Switzerland terrain and saying, screw it, I'll invade another country, that will be easier. Just in case, most bridges are built in such a way that they can be easily blown up remotely. The same goes for mountain passes. But the Swiss didn't stop here. Their army is pretty good as well. Switzerland is one of the last European countries to still have a mandatory draft, although two referendums actually were held to abolish it. Still, in both cases, people voted to leave it as it is. The Swiss army is approved by the Vatican, which is why the Swiss Guard is chosen to protect the Pope. You can also legally own a
But yeah, guys,
war. Challenge accepted. The government built bunkers across the entire country, and you are looking at the biggest one right now. Not just in Switzerland, but in the whole world. This is the Sonnenberg Tunnel that can provide long-term accommodation to 20,000 people. It's capable of withstanding a megaton explosion within 1 kilometer radius.
Look at this is a tunnel we didn't get. Now, whole tunnel, they make this kind, all of these things. Look at the infrastructure. Think about the amount of money. We have all of these money for do all of these kind of things. Build roads across our country, connect the country all over. 8 million population again in Switzerland. Same as Sierra Leone, 8 million. Let's share, let's watch.
Despite Swiss neutrality, bunkers are everywhere. Here's one at a mall car park. Almost all old buildings have one, still completely ready to be used.
This is talk about all the bunkers where we didn't get all that stuff, the bunkers and blah 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 and yada that. But let's look at the villages, look at the setup, look at the challenges when people there get, but they're still able to go and build. Look at the challenges that they have, but they're still able to go and build. I want us to reflect on that, guys. Look at the village. Let's watch this together. Look at this.
It has the second longest life expectancy in the world. All of the above and the Swiss sites that we will discover soon made this place a pensioner's dream. It has the second longest life expectancy in the world after Japan, and many people wish to spend their final years in Switzerland. Celebrities moved here for it, including Nobel Prize winner Hermann Hesse, Audrey Hepburn, Vladimir Nabokov.
You see, talking about life expectancy. But yet you have these ruling governments, as stupid as they are, all they're doing every day is to create bad laws to disenfranchise the people from voting, to disenfranchise the people from registering. These governments cannot provide electricity for the people, cannot provide healthcare for the people. These governments in Africa, Sierra Leone, cannot provide these basics that the people of that country need to survive. Switzerland gets one of the highest life expectancy after Japan. These are the things we're saying.
Coco Chanel, Eric Maria Remarque and Charlie Chaplin, all of whom are buried here. By the way, euthanasia is also legal here, and this created the notion of suicide tourism, so people come here not only for vacation. As for the local pensioners, they are happy and carefree people, and I just love what...
Listen to the pensioners, them. They want to retire. Happy and carefree, because you know why? The state is taking care of them. As a pensioner, I don't get for worry, I get eat. I get for eat. I get for get food as a pensioner. But the way you go to Sierra Leone, the NASIT money, the African Express puts a publication where the government take over $60 million for doing what they want to do with the NASIT money. How pensioners, them people in the suffer, Sierra Leone as you retire, so you're finished. If you don't get picking out to take care of, you don't get family members that you can count on. All of these things is waiting within a social media for. These are the changes for the sick. This is what we want to see. Pensioners, they want to look there. Then they live a carefree and happy life.
The local pensioners, they are happy and carefree people, and I just love watching them. Switzerland is perfect for them. You feel exalted and calm in Switzerland as if you are from some glorious family. I know what I'm talking about because I'm Lord. And that's true. I received a Lord title as a gift from my friends a few years ago, and seriously, it was one of the best gifts in my entire life. You can also make such a stunning gift for yourself or for your friends, thanks to the sponsor of this video, Established Titles. It's not just a beautiful frame with vintage paper. You can officially give someone the Lord or Lady of Scotland title by getting a dedicated plot of land of Scotland.
Show the beauty of the country itself.
Like using my link, will effectively be next to my plot, within a few minutes of walking distance. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we can... Unfortunately, I can't disclose the company name, but it's a place where everything is free, and I love it.
Look at the workplace there. Now they talk about so.
A large American company with its seat in Switzerland makes noise. Here, for example, Baskin is banned. Svetlana, who works for a large American company with its seat in Switzerland, will tell us more about this. Unfortunately, I can't disclose the company name, but it's a place where everything is free, and I love it.
And what I want to point out with these guys, I want you guys to understand something. Some of these countries are doing even better than America. Like when it talks about this everything free, or they're not going to disclose and this and that. Some of these countries in Europe are doing way better than even some of these, than America. I can tell you that for free. Well, you take maternal leave where woman born Pekin. A lot of these countries in Europe, then they give us 3 to 6 months, maternity leave and stuff like that. Where America don't even do America, if you get 1 month, you get locked, But these countries are doing that well. And that's why the model says Sierra Leone. America is 300 plus million people. Switzerland is 8 million. We can do what in Switzerland they do. Let's watch this. Listen to this.
Компания для каждого экспата, который приезжает в страну, дает такой пакет для выживания, да, и в нем была вот такая книга, которая называлась «Как жить в Швейцарии». Одно из правил, которые удивляли очень сильно, то есть использовать туалет, флеш, душ после 10 часов вечера нельзя. И реакция может быть разная. Соседи могут стучать по трубам, а могут действительно позвонить в полицию.
Реально позвонить в полицию из-за того, что ты спустил воду в туалете?
Да.
That's very funny.
Или, например...
У тебя были такие ситуации?
Мне в полицию не звонили, нам повезло очень с соседями, но... Однажды я уехала на 2 недели в Нью-Йорк на съемки новой компании, и моя 15-летняя дочь умоляла не привозить бабушку и дедушку, и осталась сама. И ночью мне позвонил секретарь, сказал, что позвонили из полиции, и соседи написали письмо, что было очень шумно. А 15-летние детки играли на гитаре.
Apparently, noise laws go beyond the people.
These countries just have laws, so it's like your neighbor, after 10 o'clock for flush toilet, it's a big deal because you never know noise again and all that stuff that they, not play loud music, not cause noise. You can call police for you. There are systems there. Those are just little things. But when you look at Sierra Leone, where the law? Where's the structure? Where's the system? The police, everybody's just loose in the country. No structure. Listen to this, guys. Let's listen to this.
Под давлением голосовых, хочешь, не хочешь, делали операцию про подрезание голосовых.
Look at the difference. Trash bags on the streets. Everything is kind of similar, but still very different. The wildest tradition in Switzerland, though, states that everyone must pee while sitting down. Like everyone.
Писать сидя. Это правило тишины?
Нет. Писать сидя – это правило гигиены. Потому что когда писаешь стоя, в любом случае будут брызги. И когда писаешь сидя, никаких брызг нет.
I mean, guys, even inside your own toilet, where you often go piss, then they advise you for sit down because if you team up, you make a mess. I mean, these are little things we take for granted, but this is the society where people are living. It's all about discipline, decency, right? But we see people where they live now adjoining them. 40, 50 people they use one game bathroom. No decency, no structure. Sierra Leone deserve better, guys. If Switzerland, with population of 8 million, can do it, we can do it as well. Look, this guy, they talk about using bathroom. Even for use bathroom, they advise you, say like you sit down. Because if you don't like, you splatter, you make mess. Listen to this, guys.
Никаких брызг нету.
Женщины это знают.
Женщины это знают.
Listen to this.
Писать сидя – это правило гигиены. Потому что когда писаешь стоя, в любом случае будут брызги. А когда писаешь сидя, никаких брызг нету.
Женщины это знают.
Женщины это знают. И это знают мужчины в первую очередь.
Здесь, в Швейцарии.
Здесь, швейцарские мужчины. Да. Естественно, они любят писать стоя в барах и ресторанах, но дома они писают всегда сидя.
This is Switzerland. God forbid you pee standing at home, flush the toilet, and get fined by the police. I'm not a fan of discussing Swiss politics, but it's essential for you to understand this country. Hence, I apologize in advance. Switzerland consists of 26 cantons, each with
guys,
its own constitution and laws, making the country.
We can do this.
Pass new laws, call for the people assemblies, and this is how it looks. The people of Appenzell are not fans of hierarchy, and since the end of the 14th century, they gathered like this and voted for the canton's political future by raising their swords. Now, they do it with their hands. Appenzell is one of the kind, of course, but it's a good reflection of what's actually going on in Switzerland.
Let's keep past this. I really want to see their way of life.
Просто не придешь, не закинешь удочку в озеро и не будешь ловить рыбу.
Let's check this out. Let's see what they
Owners
say.
must pass dog training to be able to care for their pets. Also, you can't just go and fish in Switzerland.
Нужен официальный паспорт. То есть ты просто не придешь, не закинешь удочку в озеро и не будешь ловить рыбу. Тебе нужно получить официальное разрешение. Месяц тебя учат, как снимать рыбу с крючка. То есть чтобы рыбе не было больно. То есть есть ее не больно.
They even protect the fish there. Where the fish, you protect it, hurts the fish. Can you imagine that?
А снять с крючка больно. И ты сидишь день в день, месяц, ну не день в день, 3 раза в неделю, в месяц. Ты ходишь на уроки, тебе говорят вот так вот, плотву.
Because of course, fishing for them that's sport. So you catch the fish there, you left and let it go back. You know, for hurts the fish. You gotta get special passports just for before you go begin fishing. You just say fish anyhow.
Так снимаете, а щуку так снимаете. Тебе дают карточку, если с этой карточкой ты можешь потом рыбачить везде. Без нее не можешь, не имеешь права.
Well, local laws may seem pretentious and strange to someone, but since the Swiss regularly make it among the happiest people, these laws definitely don't hurt. I guess now you only think about one thing. Dude, how do I become a Swiss citizen? The good news is that it is real, unlike the UAE, for example. The bad news is that, well, it's very difficult.
10 лет прожить в стране. С неважно какими видами на жительство. 10 лет.
You know, I think
Последние 3 года нужно жить в...
I met a guy, one of my brother. I forgot the name now. I met him recently. I don't know if it's Switzerland or Sweden that he has a citizenship. I think it's Sweden, not Switzerland. But yeah, let's continue this. Watch this.
В определенной деревне или городе, не меняя место жительства. Нельзя никуда...
This guy is explaining how long it takes him for like getting Switzerland, citizenship.
Последние 3 года выезжать. И если ты захотел найти квартиру в соседней деревне, не считается, все заново. Потом ты идешь, сдаешь экзамен, который включает в себя географию, политическое устройство, кучу всего, вплоть до того, как твои соседи к тебе относятся. Они будут спрашивать у швейцарских фрау Бахман образной, да, как он себя проявил, и что вы с ним там заметили за ним какие-то грешки или нет. И она...
You see how they value their country for like getting citizenship. This is even tougher than America. America, 3 to 5 years you get citizenship. Then where it take up to 12 years. And then the interview tell you neighbor they already check for make sure citizenship. This is where Sierra Leone could be that country. But with this Sierra Leone today, who they get power past the citizens in Sierra Leone? Foreigners. They get power past we don't citizen them. You don't see them Lebanese, Pakistani, Indian, they slap with brother and sister, they rape with sister there for that matter too. No protections for them. Whose responsibility is that? It is the government, the leaders, and the people as well. Now I make a show on that kind of video. I want to brother the way that Sierra Leone see them things there because this is not about me, right? If it's about me, I can chill right now. I can just sit up and not even give a crap cahoot. But no, my conscience will not let me. I'm going to share these things with you. We're going to wake up every Sierra Leonean until we get where to look for our country. Salon will be a better country. Listen.
Скажут, да, вдруг ты не придержал дверь 3 года назад, и она это вспомнит, и твой швейцарский паспорт накроется медным тазом. Ну, я утрирую, но так оно и бывает иногда.
There is a story that Alain Delon, who now lives in Switzerland, was very upset with the local government because he had to wait for his passport for 12 years like any other ordinary person. So even being a star won't help you.
12 years now the guy waits for. 12 years.
You may have noticed that I haven't really shown you around the country yet. Let's change that. Although there is a slight problem. Looking at these sites,
Guys, look at the roads, right? Look at the mountains. Look at the challenges we can get. But amidst all of that, they don't say it's impossible for them to make road now. Who signed for make bridge and they build the bridge? Look at these guys. Look at how powerful this is, man. This is beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Let's watch, guys. Let's watch.
I ran out of vocabulary, ended up with something generic. Amazing, fantastic beauty, this is unreal, I'm in awe, the classic. This is just nuts. And finally, how can you leave this place? So I...
By the way, Suleiman Kande, thank you. Suleiman Kande is making a point here. Let me see what Suleiman Kande is saying. Not all fish you release, Ibrahim, that are specific you should release to go back. Yeah, so again, for sports sake, but thank you for the clarity, my brother. I'm just, going over these things. I'm not being specific with everything I'm talking about. But yeah, good points. Thank you. Let's watch, guys. Let's watch.
Pulled myself together and tried to calmly describe my emotions after my first few days in Switzerland. Guys, I'll be honest with you. In the first 3 days in Switzerland, I just went nuts. I was in the middle of nowhere, I left my car in the middle of the road to feel something, promised myself to stop doing this and follow my plans, and then it happened all over again. Well, this had only happened to me in Iceland. I'm just going nuts. There is no other way to describe it. This place takes you by the scruff of your neck and doesn't let go for at least a couple of days. Firstly, It's the
this beauty.
colors. This is the actual color of this grass. Looking at the Swiss meadows is like having the famous Windows XP wallpaper right in front of your eyes. It can be very hard to believe that these colors are real. It makes you question whether they paint the grass on purpose.
Yeah.
But no, I have done no color grading whatsoever and I didn't play around with the saturation. The same can be said about the colors of the water, which resemble a color palette from blue to teal, or even this color.
Wow. This is them protecting the natural habitat. That is not the so. Look at the greenery. Look at that greenery they alone where they allow where dogs not a grab. People are waiting to kill people in that country. Dirty dust, dirty roads all over the place, filthy all over. We can change that, Sierra Leoneans. That's why I do the stuff that I do. Let's watch this. Look at beauty. Look at this.
These lakes are
You liked it
incredibly
longer.
clear.
Да потому что ты знаешь, что они били тревогу в том году, швейцарцы, что это Боденское озеро вот перед нами, да? Это самое чистое озеро мира. Ну вот,
Да ладно.
большое, самое чистое озеро мира, потому что швейцарские зеленые били тревогу в том году, и немецкие тоже, потому что они говорят, нету рыбы. Рыба не может жить, потому что очень чисто, ей нечем питаться. Нету планктона, нету... Ну то есть они бьют тревогу из-за того, что озеро чистое. Не потому что оно грязное, потому что очень чистое. Ну как? Нету... Щука не пошла, братан, не пошла щука, нету озера.
Yep, this is Switzerland for you. Our next stop is the Swiss villages, so let's dive in.
So this guy's about to travel now to the Swiss villages them. The villages them. Look and see wait till they go show we village. I want to understand what they talk about. Say you go to a village or you go to a big city or everything you forget and the electricity, water, all of that stuff. Now watch this. These are villages now. Okay, good.
I don't really remember any names of the villages I visited, but still, they all look like they're straight out of Swiss chocolate ads. Every single village makes you stop, stroll around, stare at the toy-like houses, and just take in the atmosphere. I'm now in the village of Zizikon, which I discovered yesterday while looking for a place to stay.
It is a village.
There is a railway, a couple of hotels, and an astonishing lake on the shores of this village. In the morning, I woke up and couldn't believe the beauty of this place. This goes to show that every little village has a tiny hotel and sites worth coming here for.
Yeah.
It's everywhere and it's just amazing. Calling Zizikon a town was a bit a stretch. It's a commune with around 300 people. There are even smaller villages here, like Korippo in the south. Its population is just 12 people, 11 of whom are over.
This village gets population of 12 people, 300 people. Let's go back to this. Listen to this.
Its population is just 12 people, 11 of whom are over 65 years old.
12 people live at this village, but look there. Look there.
In order to revive this village, the Swiss plan to copy the Italian concept of Alberto Diffuso, turning all empty houses into the scattered hotel with top-notch service and the main
Look at the
reception.
topography.
Such a concept.
Look at the landscape. They still make do with them. Look at this. They get electricity there, water day, everything is there, internet is there, all thing. And a village, small village will get 12 people.
Has proven itself in Italy, and maybe it will work for Korippo as well, since both the village and surrounding landscapes are just incredible. Switzerland is great. Great, but expensive. Now about the downsides. Let's talk about the money you need to spend to stay in these villages. These are the rooms I stayed in. This one was 60 bucks and had a shared bathroom.
$60 a night. What you do? It clean, it decent. Yes, Sierra Leone. You travel across the country. How much village you go meet hotel day? You know,
This room was around $100 and didn't have its own shower. Unlike this room, which cost around 125 bucks with a fan instead of air conditioning. My best room was in the municipality of Gottlieben, which set me back by 80 bucks, and just look at it. This place is almost 400 years old and I was strolling through it like it was a museum. I booked it a couple of hours before checking in, which probably explains the low price. Up until now, we mainly covered touristic places, and I was keen to find an authentic, secluded village.
Алло, Стас.
So now he wants to find one fine village with secluded.
Stas and I are heading
That's
east
what
to the
she said.
Appenzell Alps. You happen to come across many milk farms along the way,
Look at this.
and these cows are just the best. It's a proper cow establishment. They even receive massages. You can buy pasteurized milk via vending machines, but I was keen to try fresh milk. So we kept driving to the village of Wasserauwen.
Now village they go so. Village or so village.
Und dann 2 davor gibt es ein Loch.
Гениально. Мерси. Гляйфальс, мерси. Там есть дырка для нашей машины. Она говорит, там гениальная дырка как раз для вашей машины, и вам надо туда, конкретно вот туда.
Стас, куда мы идем?
Мы идем на Зее Альпзее.
Что это?
Это горное озеро, в которое можно добраться только пешком. Никакая
Look
машина
at the
сюда не
beauty.
доедет, никакой
All
поезд
side
тоже сюда не доедет,
organized.
только пешком.
All side
Роджер
organized. All
Федерер
side
с нами
structure.
бы пошел, если бы он тут был. Потому что он любит это место.
Everywhere is structural. Look at all side clean. Who side in the tar and tar parking space. Now village the guy they so. Okay, you know, let we left so take it. They talk politics too much. Let we show people reality of life. Sierra Leoneans, my brothers and sisters. This is the 4th industrial revolution. I want you to learn to sit and hear what we talk, so I go practicalize it and think about it.
This is pointless.
Look at beauty.
It took us an hour to get to the Zeealpzee Lake and the tiny village of Wasserauwen, which only has a dozen houses.
Look at this beauty.
On the other side of the lake, it's a breathtaking meadow which looks just like what you imagine when you think of a Swiss village in the Alps. Of course, you can also find milk here, and unlike other farms, they actually pour fresh milk for you.
A village this.
Well, to Switzerland.
Das ist fantastisch.
That
The
village.
milk is great, all thanks to these cows, surrounded by law in all its
Now
glory.
that's what they think of. Now this would envisage. I want to go work in a salon. Now this kind way, I just want to go to a village. I go sit down. We should say, why? What the top of go work accept a salon, guys? It's not even just going there to pay a visit. To go settle. All we want is this. Provide the basics for the people. Road, electricity, clean drinking water, internet facility. Just give the people that life. Now this make within a social media. I want you guys to see this. Now village this. Switzerland, 8 million people. Salon, about almost 8 million people. We can do the same. We gently pass them. We better pass them. Not better pass. We get all kind of mineral resources. But who side the money they go? Thievery and corruption. We hate ourselves. We not like ourselves. When you come here, you speak, you get idiots who can't tell you say they defend the government. Instead of looking at this, sorry for themselves, sorry for the people. They don't get sorry at the Sierra Leone and then why them bad one there amongst we. They don't get sorry at for the people. Now look this. Now village life this. I don't know see.
They are quite curious both about the cameras and microphones, and of course the people who carry them around. Then we reached a cheese factory that Stas told me
It's a
about.
cheese
And
factory in the
although
village.
I would love to tell you a beautiful story that it's a 6th-generation family
So it
business and the cheese is made following
And I see where clean. A cheese factory inside the village. That's so they sustain themselves. These people are self-sustainable. They get electricity, they get water, they get internet, they have their machines. All of this stuff was the government, they help the people. Not so one man they thief $18 million, $200 million from timber, then they thief all the money. What's they get budget for? We don't know. Wanna watch?
some old receipts. But no, meet the head of the family, who is quite young, speaks excellent English, and makes cheese using today's technology, and sells it right on the spot. We sweat like crazy because it's boiling hot inside, but you get the idea, right? It's a place where you have milk, and Unreal Valley is over there, absolutely no cars, no one even smokes here, crystal clear water, cows gnawing on fresh grass. This place is just perfect for cheese making, which is what they do. And they sell it on the spot. Just 2,000 kilo a year to be precise, which doesn't seem that much. The factory is actually pretty small. Well, enough of the talking, let's try it. We bought 2 types of cheese, which was quite inexpensive, and it's being sold only here. Guys, that's how you become a food blogger. God forbid, of course, but Hey, I mean, it's
don't
so
buy the
stupid to
cheese.
share my emotions. I would really like to share a little bit of cheese with you. It's tasty. I'm not a cheese expert, but it's really good. Sierra is an ideal place for ecotourism, and it's highly recommended.
See the village life?
Alright, enough with the
at this.
villages, let's talk about something that the Swiss are incredible and probably one of the best at. Switzerland's massive advantage is that despite its mountainous landscapes, it's managed to develop an immense infrastructure that any country would be proud of.
Absolutely. Immense infrastructure with its landscape. If na Salon be there, I wonder the kind so far home for the panty today. This kind of a hill and this and that. I swear to God. Look what they make her. I miss all of that challenge we didn't get and say we're going to surmount these challenges. When I watch for yourself, Bo.
2/3 of its territory is covered in mountains. As you can imagine,
2/3 of the country of Switzerland is covered in mountains. 2/3 is covered in mountains. The same amount of parliamentarians they will need for vote against the PR system when they don't table so in parliament. For say they want proportional representation. 2/3 majority will need. Now listen to this.
it's not the easiest country to move around. To be honest, it wasn't really made to move around. It boasts the highest mountain ranges, rivers and rocks. Such road infrastructure required a lot of effort, and the Swiss have succeeded. The roads are perfect, the railroads are highly developed, and all of this is nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
Let's dive into it in detail.
Look how beautiful. They don't show me the railroads. Now look at the dam where they supply electricity. Don't listen to this guy for say about this. Now listen.
More than half of Switzerland's electricity is produced by hydropower plants. The one behind me is quite small, but there are slightly bigger ones.
See? This dam.
Tiny Switzerland has over 24 dams that are over 100 meters high. It also houses the 5th largest dam in the world. It is 285 meters high.
Wow.
Not this one, but you are looking at the tallest rock climbing wall in the world. If you happen to have special equipment, you can get right to the top, which is 165 meters high. The Swiss have excelled here as well.
Wow.
This suspension bridge is not the longest, spanning over 200 meters only. It's still quite a challenge to cross it. Switzerland is the land of tunnels. They are just everywhere.
See?
You drive out of one and then enter another one, then another one more, and so on.
You see? Amidst all the challenge where they get, you see, then they make them tunnel them, road them because they're country mountainous. So some side they go dig out on the mountains them. What they make them do now because of they know they thief the money, they elect themselves. We don't get empathy and sympathy for we say for Sierra Leoneans. I make they do this for we brother and sister in a salon. I share this with them. Then they watch them tear. This country, Switzerland, are 8 million people today. We gently pass them. We better pass them and they talk them back. Waiting, the only thing we don't get will not get the elect themselves. Then they talk about tribes and this and that. They believe say everybody when a Swiss, therefore able to enjoy just as much as the prime minister, the same life, same living, everything. Now listen to this.
It honestly feels like the Swiss build these tunnels out of habit. You get tunnels even in places where you can easily do without one. But since they're good at it, let's make another one, why not? The country is full of long tunnels. The Gotthard Road Tunnel is the longest in Switzerland, nearly 17 kilometers long. That's crazy. At the time of construction, in the 80s, it was the longest tunnel in the world. Now, it's the 9th longest, but still, 17 damn kilometers, through rocks. Let's drive through this tunnel together, just so that you can
at the
get an
roads.
idea
Look
of
at
how
the
long it
roads,
is.
guys.
Although, I'll
Look
speed
at
up a
the
little. This is the entrance, and let's go. Well, it may take us some time to watch this at the current speed, so let's speed up it a little more.
Seems fine to me. Yeah.
So guys, this is
Exactly.
Switzerland for you guys. I want to accident in the air. Let me understand exactly where we're going, what we talk about. This guy, they take me through a tunnel now. Let me see the tunnel. Tunnel all over the country.
Let's go in faster.
All over the country, tunnel upon tunnel upon tunnel. Sierra Leone. And this, the guy they talk and say that they even make up by weed from outside for build tunnel because side and they way, you know, they don't need tunnel, but they still they construct tunnel. You know how much money they take for construct one grain tunnel?
This wasn't enough for the Swiss, and they built the longest rail tunnel in the world, the Gotthard-based tunnel, which spans over an incredible 57 kilometers. It
Guys,
goes
then they
straight
get
through
one
the
of
Alps.
the longest tunnel in the world. 10 tunnel in the world. Switzerland, 8 million people. Salon, almost 8 million people. What's in get for tell we? Say they're not established before we? No, we all same time, bro. If not be 60 years here for this guy for catch up. So God and say in 60 years for achieve. Because what's in Dubai, we see Dubai in about 40 to 50 years, we see the transformation of Dubai. The United Arab Emirates. Take Qatar, don't host the World Cup so they like it today. In 50 years, then do all of them today. We self can do. Look at Switzerland. Look at this.
It took 70 years to build, costing $12 billion.
$12 billion. Usai dem pula. Usai dem pull $12 billion. They don't get, we gently pass there. They don't get nothing we don't get. Everything, gold, diamond, bauxite, rutile, I don't know. Able, we're able for building kind of infrastructure in our country, make we country habitable for the people. Let me watch.
The Gotthard Tunnel is not only the longest but also the deepest since, well, it was built under the Alps. At peak points, it is 2.5 kilometers deep and without proper ventilation, temperature inside would reach 45 degrees Celsius. Thanks to this tunnel, travel time from Zurich to Milan got cut by an hour. And now, time for my favorite topic. One of the reasons why you should pick up a car in Switzerland over anything else is the roads. You know how much I like mountain passes. Switzerland has many of them, and also the highest one I've ever been to. It's called Furka Pass. Well, let's see what these roads got in store.
Because the roads are very challenging. A lot of mountainous roads there. But because of mountain, not means they're not try for go and go make roads and they're accessible to people. Right? 8 million people. Then do I want to watch this. People like five. Put the landscape beautiful. Ebo. It's in Africa. Look at us. Look at these people. We have to see this on WhatsApp for people anymore. We have to change our attitude.
I think it's one of the most popular European roads, as people come here from all over Europe, so the road can sometimes be congested. Still, these incredible views make up for everything in full. I'm as slow as a sloth here. I'm stopping at every turn thinking that this is the last time, then I go a little further and the views gets even better. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It took me an hour and a half to reach the road's peak at 2,431 meters.
Beautiful, man. When I imagine American video where they call it so, I don't see the kind of place here, but I compare Switzerland to Sierra Leone, not to America.
Petrol heads would definitely love it here, because apart from usual supercars, it's like an expo of rare cars.
Look at it.
This 1981 Alfa Romeo is in mint
Because they get
condition.
money.
The Furka Pass can be crossed by car and by an old-school train. Built in 1914, the train is fully original, including the driver. And of course, it runs on coal.
This train was built in 1914.
This year's almost over. And if you struggled with online
guys, these are the things we're
Wayfair,
saying.
Overstock, home
This is why they compare then kind here, then country they had to we. Let us see for ourselves. Look at this train from 1914. They maintain the train 30 days. Where we train station them? Where we train station them? Going back all the way through where the train station them. Una watch together. Una listen.
The cherry on the cake is that there is another very special place after the Furka Pass. The Rhone Glacier. What's cool about this glacier is that you can not only look at it, walk on top of it, but also get inside of it.
So this glacier is like ice, you know. These are all tourist attractions. This is a big Monica. When you take Sierra Leone, we get all them Sierra Leone is so beautiful. With landscape in Salone, it's so beautiful.
The ice on top is quite thin, and as the clouds cover the sun, the light in this ice cave starts to change.
You go place like Kabbalah, you see we beautiful landscape in that country today. All we need for do now for transform them, for all make them tourist attraction. In tourism alone, we can bring in something $300 million, if not $1 billion. Rwanda, they bring so much money for tourism. We can do the same in Sierra Leone. This is beautiful, guys. And then see how we talk about now, make we share with you alone, see for ourselves. Look at the landscape, look at the roads, look at the connections.
Just roads are not enough, so the Swiss built dozens of funiculars.
Look there.
Pretty exotic, like this Gelmar funicular, the best of its kind in Europe. Built to transport construction materials, it now slowly pushes visitor up to the altitude of 1,860 meters above sea level.
See?
Speed-up footage of the descent
the
can
power
easily
line there?
compete
See all
with
the
the
power
feeling
lines?
that a good roller coaster gives you.
This is all a tourism, then they make money for all this. Look at the beauty.
Apparently, the Swiss also build the best traditional funiculars in the world. So if you ever go skiing, it will most probably be the Doppelmayr funicular taking you up. Recently, this company has built a pretty unusual funicular, so I wanted to check it out. But in order to get it, you first need to jump on this old guy. Local drivers here look so vibrant that they could easily earn good money by performing as Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
It takes around
Yeah.
15 minutes to go up in this wooden car, and here it is. The first ever Cabrio funicular. Yep, there is no roof, allowing Chinese tourists to take pictures without any
guys,
glass in the way. And there is definitely enough to take photos of.
This is beautiful, man. This is fantastic. And this is why we do what we do. This is why we get on social media to talk about these things, guys. Then guy no get natty we no get. We better pass them. We gently pass them. I say it again. And this is why I share this with my brothers and sisters, especially in Sierra Leone. We don't ever get an opportunity to travel. I want you guys to see these things. Now the life this whole long for long self live, guys. Look at this beauty, man. Look at all the fun things to do. I must say you're gonna salon forget fun things to do. And I'm talking about every citizen having the rights to just enjoy these things. People not waiting a vacation, people not waiting a holiday. That's alone. I'm not talking about the 5% where they enjoy. I'm talking about the average Sierra Leonean. Now listen to this. They're fine them. Let's see. You see, they don't find them. Laws and structures, because put enough change that the meet outside for put for park. They don't find them for that. Systems. All that find it, money they come out the back. Listen to this. 40 francs without the money, which probably, I'm sure the money very strong. So it's like, let's say the equivalent of 40 euros, maybe. Or 35 or maybe 50 euros, who knows, right? When I will convert them for ourselves, I see how much now 40 francs in Switzerland the money to the euro or to the dollar. I believe so the money very strong. They don't get a ticket for that. Income, they can. Systems is what we lack. Now when they find you, you go to any post office, you go pay. Because if you don't pay, there are consequences where you don't pay, they track you, they defend you. This guy, if you don't pay this, so they're not ready for left the country. Now you put in the hold so you get fined now way for pay. Because sometimes must carry go rent so, or we go for go return the rental vehicle. Then they look am up at the system, then see say you get a fine where you not pay. And they pay that fine before they get them in documents or whatever the case may be. Systems, now they get. Systems. See? They don't pay. They don't
What is
pay.
left to tell you is about the most technological and beautiful part of transportation, the trains.
See?
Trains are one of the country's symbols, and their precision is comparable to Swiss watches, and
Wow.
they run very often. To give you an idea, you can go from the remotest village in the west to the farthest one in the east once every 20 minutes. Most trains are equipped
Wow. I want to listen to that side. I want to listen outside the guy they talk about how fast
very
you can
often.
travel inside
To give you an
Switzerland.
idea, you can go from the remotest village in the west to the farthest one in the east once every 20 minutes.
So regardless of how far, you dey go from the most remote village to the one farthest away, 20 minutes. Transportation, connection. So you dey come off Freetown, you go beyond Masombo. Transportation. This is what we are talking about. But when they talk, you get idiots say when they can't sit off or can't follow we talk and things say we don't know what to talk about. We all can do this together as a nation, regardless of political party and tribes. We have to have an agenda as a nation to say if we achieve this. When I listen to this, I want to listen. Transportation and connection are the one thing that they make any country develop. Now listen to this. Wow.
The west to the farthest one in the east once every 20
Now listen to
Their
this.
precision is comparable to Swiss watches, and they run very often. To give you an idea, you can go from the remotest village in the west to the farthest one in the east once every 20 minutes. Most trains are equipped with the children's carriages, so that if your kids will be screaming, which they probably will, they won't disturb other passengers. This is Switzerland after all. Of course, these trains are one of the most expensive in the world, that's no surprise. A ticket from Zurich to Bern, which is a 100-kilometer distance, costs around 47 euros. The best part about the railroad, though, is the notched lifts that helps the train to tackle steep inclines, which means that Swiss trains operate even in the mountains, offering jaw-dropping use.
Yeah. So even though there are mountains and all of that stuff, the train and the equipment enough for able to travel through the mountains on a safe and secure, and they go from one end of the country to the other end of the country inside 20 minutes. That's how fast they travel. In as much as they're expensive, but still, if you can you imagine what it take for you to travel from Freetown, you ever go to the farthest village than any part of the country? These are the things we're saying, guys.
And now, as I promised, this is the most beautiful Swiss bridge, the Landwasser Viaduct. And once your train rolls onto it, you feel like a part of a Harry Potter film set.
Wow. When I see the bridge, one of the most beautiful bridges in Switzerland. When I see the bridge, they create and they make them. They know the one way they get the contract, not thief the money, he's gonna wake England, they can't buy house for you and picking there. No. They use the money for the country because they know say at the end of the day they only get for benefit. Look the bridge way beautiful. Look at this scene. Now look this bridge. Look the train where they pass on top. This is the vision we get for Salon. That's what it for be. Everybody for enjoy. Everybody for enjoy. Wow. Look at this. Look at this beauty.
Actually, I could watch this forever, as if you're watching a toy railroad that you're just put together.
Wow.
Now, I was eager to get on this train instead of just looking at it.
Look at the country. Look at where they put that bridge in.
I was off to probably the most beautiful village in Switzerland. I left my car there and bought a ticket to Wengen.
See the train system? See?
Windows do open here, of course, as most people get on this train just to enjoy the view.
Wow.
I think we can leave my comments out and just take in the views.
See the train, they go down a tunnel. It connects the one whole country. You the right train number for views. So take it there with Salon people left. Can you imagine if we get all this? How much people go come to that country? You know how much people go retire? You know know how most people go pack them bags
Hi.
and go
I'm
back to
Christine,
Sierra Leone?
founder of
You know how most people go back to Sierra Leone? From the diaspora, go leave. Now village back safe. They don't want capital city safe. Man, we don't want capital city safe. I don't want capital city. No. I want a very quiet life. Now listen to this.
Sunrise on the sea, such a precious gift to me. The salty breeze and the waves.
Look how beautiful, man. The guy that traveled just for the sights, to see the country, train rides. Look at how beautiful it is. 8 million people, Salon, 8 million people. They will not get gold, they don't get bauxite, they don't get rutile, they don't get iron ore, they have nothing. We jet ski past there.
After saw my ticket, he told me that I can't go here. Showed me a table with fines and that it was 90 Swiss franc. I said that I'll pay for it, to which he replied that he won't let me and help me to get on the train back. That's the Swiss ticket officers for you. Although I was happy to pay the fine, he just didn't let me.
Yesterday we followed the road of the moon.
It's getting empty virtually. But in a running course, it don't matter how much person guys are used to you don't wait for nobody, then get their time where they run. It's get they run.
Such a feeling.
So regardless of who that, they wait for nobody. It's going to get in schedule. I like that 2 persons inside that train. They go end to end. It happen at this part of the world we're find ourselves.
It's like an amusement park where you watch a movie in 4K, 8K or even a high resolution that hasn't been invented yet. Well, it's time to show you the most fabulous village in the whole of Switzerland.
Wow.
Meet Lauterbrunnen.
Wow. That village this one. My brother and sister in a village they showed us. So village. I want to see her.
What you see now is the Middle Earth from Lord of the Rings. John Tolkien, the book author, came up with the land of elves after visiting this village, leaving an unforgettable impression on him. And really, it's hard to believe that this place exists in real life. It's pure magic that came from a fantasy book. And again, since we're talking about celebrities, let me show you a bunch of places related to famous people who used to live here. First, let's take a look at the Saint-Germain mansion, located in the French part of the country. It is home to a museum dedicated to Hans Rudi Giger, who came up with and painted the Alien.
Guys, this is not village. We don't make up NTI with the camp for can't talk to now. It's just love and passion for country. That is why we can't show anything there, guys. I want to see NTI for ourselves, let us understand where we come from. For my brother in Freetown, Sierra Leone, across the country, that the villages them. I want to see NTI for ourselves. We don't come on social media because of fanfare, craziness, or money now I want to make. No. I don't make nothing from social media. Nothing. But I want to expose you guys and use this tool. For me, it's about using this tool to broaden our horizon. I'm spending my time. This gives me pleasure than doing anything else. If I don't read or study or to then talk with me picking them, but how long I must company that they keep with me picking them? Everybody get what they do. Then go down here, then get their own TV, they have everything. We all know the life in this part of the country. BB goes, all man get section for the way they all man picking it. All man they go to they want to play game, then they play game, they get 65 inches TV, they go play them video game, then they want to watch TV, they want to watch online internet, they want to do that on computer, they go do them. Now that vision they will get for country salon for people. I must company that they keep with them. I make a sit down, I can't sign my office, I say, no, sure, it's Friday, waiting. But I can't sit down, but I can not do them here. I expose this beauty of the other side of the world, let people see, because waiting that the beauty of the fourth estate, the media today, is to, make people see. It's kind of you need for flight for go see. Now you don't need for flight for go see. Somebody go fly and go see and share with you. You see them for yourself. 2023 elections they come. We want change. I know say I don't trust nobody reach myself. For say these things that I see, I don't know if anybody will get a vision when me get for myself. But let's watch this together, guys. Let's watch this.
Possibly think of such monster. Next is the Corsier-sur-Vevey Cemetery, home to Charlie Chaplin and his wife Una Graves. Not many of you may know that Chaplin's physical remains of his body were
I don't
stolen
know who's
shortly
talking about all
after
these
to
other
be
people that he's showing me, but I want to see the beauty of the country.
We are now at the shore of Lake Geneva in the rather cute and small town of Montreux, where the most famous Freddie Mercury monument is located. Initially, the monument was meant to be put up in London, but the public refused, so it was put up here, in one of Freddie Mercury's favorite towns. The band bought a studio here, located in the Casino building, when an expo called Queen Studio Experience has recently opened.
This is beautiful, guys. I want to share this with you. Now watch this. This is amazing. Look at the beauty. They gotta make them country out of nothing. They make them country. We can do the same for the country, Sierra Leone. That is the vision that some of us have. We can do it, guys. That is what I believe. That is what I believe. Let's watch this together. This video almost done now.
Yep, it's that Toblerone Mountain, one of the most famous Swiss chocolate manufacturers.
Yeah, Switzerland, they make their chocolate, all that stuff.
The Matterhorn is considered to be one of the most beautiful and iconic peaks in the world because of its pyramidal form and sides facing the 4 compass points. Spending of
Yeah, I know. I want to say money you gave to Kande Yunkela would have built water wells. But I want to be honest with you, I'm looking beyond water wells now, Awa. For me, it's not even about water wells. We should be able to provide pipe-borne water across that country. Switzerland is 8 million people. Now we got to compare Switzerland to Sierra Leone. 8 million people. We should be able to provide pipe-borne water to every citizen in every house. That is my vision. Not even water well, because this water well thing don't become saturated across the country. It is destroying our topography, actually. Water well, they destroy we land. It get for destroy house system. Also get for the collapse because of these water wells. There was a study where I read up. There was a research that I read on where they talk about the devastating effects of water wells. Because over time, the earth, they sink. So a lot of them, their foundation get for crumble. So for people that we get water well, that's something that they should pay attention to as well. Because over time, it's going to, sink the earth. The water, because of the layers outside the water, they suck up all that water. Out of water, they vacate from underneath the layer of the earth. The earth, they sink down. So water wells, they dig all over the country. With time, it get forget to infect. When I mark what I tell you, so all of you guys that are watching this, mark what I'm saying to you. There's gonna come a time when we get for the get Austin if team up and collapse because of this water well crisis that we have all over the country. Let us have pipe-borne water. We for make them a must across Sierra Leone to have pipe-borne water across that country. We should do it. We can do it. Let's watch this together, guys.
night here is a dream of many photographers, of course including mine, and I'm about to fulfill it. My camera was shooting all night until the battery died. Let's see what came out of it.
But I want you guys to see this. Beautiful. Beautiful. You know, guys, this is the end of the video. But I really wanted to share this with you, for my brothers and sisters, in particularly in Sierra Leone.
Pretty damn beautiful here, right? It's beautiful everywhere, but I still can't get used to it. I just checked my odometer and realized that I had traveled 7,000 kilometers since the start of my European trip. This is nuts. And I think it's time to go home. Although I don't want to. It is really a great country. If you decide to visit, prepare for its views and hefty spending to see them. But it's worth visiting Switzerland, not only for the views, but for the tranquility, high-quality service and
so guys,
excellent roads.
You must recognize that this guy actually traveled 4,350 miles across Switzerland. 4,350 miles across Switzerland for do this video, for show the world. And this is why I do these kinds of things. So in as much as sometimes we talk about politics all the way through, guys, as Sierra Leoneans, the only advice I would have for you guys is for us to come together with an agenda to say we are going to love ourselves first and put the country over everything else, over our tribe, over our political party. But we have to educate our people, bring them to that level. That is why I'm doing this. I'm sure somebody's going to be touched by this video. One young Sierra Leonean or young, brother or sister will go be touched by this video. I go be touched and say, if this country of Switzerland get 8 million people, then they achieve all these kind of humongous, beautiful things where they achieve. Why we in Sierra Leone, we get all kind of mineral resources. If they were to get gold, diamond, bauxite now, can you imagine? Then people don't go walk. I swear to God. That is what we've seen at the United Arab Emirates. That is what we've seen at places like the Dubai. Their citizens don't work. What's in get gas and oil? We get gold, bauxite, rutile, iron ore, diamond. Kono when I kono self born we for say like kono fiba like for say kono like kono like guys, this is why this is why I cannot wait to say I'm contesting the presidency in 2028. What happens, guys. Let's see if Sierra Leoneans are ready. But that is my vision, and it should come to pass. Every part in Sierra Leone, when you come up from this point to that point, it should look like the same. Electricity, clean drinking water, energy, access to hospitals, good roads. Guys, it should happen. We for connect Sierra Leone from Freetown to any other part of that country. We should connect it fast rail. We for do them, we get what it takes. Let man left that bribe, chap. All man they get up front. When they come there, iron company can and give man the 100 million. They say on a ship dandy. Then the company take over billions of dollars. When I don't eat 100 million to self drive luxurious vehicle them, when they watching the people in a cotton tree, then they bigger, all the how they feel. But leadership is from the top. It starts from the head, from the presidency. If the president is serious in any country, it's a changer. So now watch the end of this video and now get this guy off now.
Here, tranquility is everywhere. Honestly, I find it harder and harder to be amazed by something, but Switzerland did it. Even a week after the shoot, I still take pictures, stop in awe of the meadows, which I have seen dozens of times, and they still amaze me. This is great. This country is definitely in my top 10. If you have never been here, do come and visit. It's absolutely worth it. And travel more, guys, and you won't be disappointed. I mean, just look at this. These meadows and train... Yeah, I was right.
It's beautiful. Hello, brother, in Silentia. Oh, brother, for Silentia, man. This is awesome. By the way, you guys, I want you to see this channel. So maybe if you want to, his name, let me pull up his name real quick here for you guys. Let's pull his channel. His name is Antoine. Let me put it on the big screen here. If you guys want to see some of his other, material. His name is Anton. Anton somewhere. That's his YouTube channel, okay? Anton somewhere. So he's doing good. I'm sure there's a lot more videos that he has. But when I saw this Switzerland one, I said, man, I have to share this with you guys. But guys, let's do what we have to do to save our country. Yeah? We have a moral responsibility and we can do it. Share this live, guys. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Let me go. It's 8 o'clock. Everybody have a nice evening. Bye-bye. All right.